If you don't get enough dates, or you're only getting dates with the wrong kind of women, or you haven't been able to find the right girlfriend or life partner yet, then this video is for you. Today I'm going to give you 5 tips for your Tinder profile and your Tinder activity that you can use that will help you get more matches and thereby better dates. So without further ado, let's crack right into things. Tip number 1, get professional pictures taken. Now, in order to get professional pictures taken, you need styling advice. Believe me, I've seen it over the years with clients from 19 different countries at this stage, that if you get pictures taken, but the angle, the lighting, the pose, or your clothing and your style is off, it's not going to improve the results. Pictures have a massive impact on your performance on dating apps. Now, a lot of men might say, yeah, but I don't look like Brad Pitt. I'm not this typical model-looking kind of guy. You may have heard some statistics that only the top 2% of men get the 98% or 95% of women. Yeah, even though it is true that looks make things easier when you're on platforms like Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, Match.com, or Facebook dating, you can drastically optimize the results you're getting by getting better pictures. But you need styling advice. You need to find a style and a type of clothing that's authentic, but that also looks good on you. Because, as I said, great pictures aren't really worth a lot if you're sitting there with a jumper and then the hoodie is kind of hanging to the side. The way you're looking into the camera is weird. So get that done, get professional pictures taken, and your results will improve. Tip number 2, write a converting bio. And here's a couple of tips for your bio. 1, your job title. As I said, if you're a 30, 40, 50-year-old man with a successful career or business, mention that in there. Now, I've said in other videos that women will never want you for the things you have or do. Yeah, well, the right kind of women will still appreciate who you are because your job or your business is a manifestation of the kind of man you are. And if you're a software engineer, you're a manager for a company, you're the founder of a tech company, you're a lawyer, you have your own business, whatever it may be. If you have whatever kind of ambitious career, share that with her. So the first thing you put into your bio should be your job title. Then talk about your hobbies, 2 or 3. Please don't talk about traveling. That's just boring, okay? Don't say that you like traveling, even if that's the case, because she's seen that so many times. Mention one or two things that are unique to you in that bio. That's the place where it belongs. And then also write what you like and what you dislike. Because you don't just want, as I said, this is not about helping you have sex with as many women as possible. I'm not a pickup artist. The end goal of this is to help you find a girlfriend or a life partner who's right for you for the long term. So feel free to talk about things you dislike. Now, these are so-called disqualifiers. The only kind of disqualifiers you should use in a bio are the ones that are actual deal breakers. Don't mention things that you're okay with. For example, if it's not a must-have for you that she goes to the gym, whereas for some men it is, if that's not a must-have for you, don't mention that in the don't like section, right? For example, you can write, we're never gonna get along if. Okay, we're never gonna get along if, or swipe left if you don't go to the gym. Obviously, only put things in there that are actual deal breakers for you, whatever it may be. Education. You can be quite clear about what kind of education level you expect. Is it an undergraduate degree? Is it a graduate degree? Yeah, these are obviously, just going to university isn't the only predictor of somebody's intelligence or the only accurate measure of somebody's intelligence, but it's quite a good one oftentimes, So you can just put things in like, oh, educated, whatever. I wouldn't put in the word intelligent, but make up your own deal breakers, must-haves, and nice-to-haves, okay? But in this section where you write about what you dislike, only mention deal breakers, okay? Then also talk about what you like. I love it when women, 3 points. These are super effective. Put that in your bio, and yeah, you're gonna lose some matches, but guess what? The wrong kind of ones. Now, you may be a little bit worried, but don't I come across as a little bit arrogant or cocky if I write these things in my bio, if I have too high a standard? Well, look, if you're not getting any dates at all, don't put anything in there in the beginning, right? If you're not getting any dates at all, simply put your job title and your hobbies, and then 3 points about yourself that you're good at. I'm an avid communicator, whatever is unique to you, right? That would be something long the lines of what I'd be putting in there, right? Super physically active, love, audible, or something like that, right? Because the right kind of person will be able to resonate with that. Hope that makes sense for you. Step number 3, complete your profile, very important. If you have certain, because that's also relevant on on Bumble, Match.com, Facebook dating, or various other online dating apps. If you leave your profile not fully completed, that's sending a negative signal to the algorithm. There's a lot of different things that you'll have to learn about the algorithm, but that's one of the things that's going to send a negative signal to your algorithm. It's going to downgrade your profile in the eyes of the algorithm, and thereby, or therefore, it's gonna show your profile to less people, to less women, and you're gonna get less matches and you're gonna get less dates. Complete your profile, which means connect your Instagram, connect your Spotify, all that silly little stupid stuff sends good signals to it. And also make sure you're verified. This could be another point, an additional point for you. Not just 5 tips, but 6 tips, because we're feeling generous today. Make sure that you, what did I just say? Verify your profile, exactly, because having your profile verified also sends a good signal to the algorithm. Depending on the dating app, they have different verification mechanisms. One of them may be that you upload a selfie of yourself in a particular pose. And that's important. So complete your profile, make sure your profile is verified. Step number 4, learn texting and understand the algorithm in depth. It doesn't matter how good your pictures are. It doesn't matter how great your bio is. It doesn't matter how many matches you get. If you don't know how to convert those into real life dates because you haven't mastered texting, you didn't understand the psychology of attraction within text, you have no idea what the dynamics are that are at play, what are the most common mistakes are that men make when it comes to texting, you will keep losing dates with the right kind of women. That's very, very important. Learn texting and then also understand all the different, study the algorithm. Understand what makes the algorithm like you and what makes the algorithm dislike you, because there's a couple of things that can really kill your performance on an app. And it's just one of those things that can really destroy it. I've mentioned a few here, but there's many, many more. So texting and understand the algorithm. Tip number 5, or in this case, tip number 6, don't purchase super likes. Super likes are a complete waste of money. It's an inflated currency. If you've ever looked at a woman's Tinder profile, obviously with her permission, right? After you've had a good time together, if you've been dating for a while, ask her to see the Tinder profile. Don't come from a needy place of, oh, look at all the other guys she's texting with. No, none of that stuff, right? Just look at her profile just because you're curious, from an abundance place. Just, oh, let's have a look. Let's do some market research here for self-amusement purposes, not because you're a little jealous, insecure man. You know, that's not why you're going to be looking at it. But have a look at it and you'll see the amount of super likes she gets. So you think that super likes are going to be really, really good for you because, wow, I really stand out. No, in fact, you don't stand out. Don't spend money on super likes. You can spend money on boosts. Boosts are great. On Tinder, for example. But don't spend money on super likes. That is just a waste of time. So if you want to learn how you can convert the matches you're going to get by learning how to text, if you want to learn the algorithm in depth, if you want to learn how you can find the right girlfriend or life partner, then apply for a first free coaching call with the link underneath this video. During that call, we'll look at your individual situation, we'll analyze what your goals are, your sticking points, your challenges, your problems. We'll create a plan for you, and then we can talk about whether the coaching program makes sense for you or not. As I said, I've been doing that with men now from 19 different countries at this stage, an ever-growing number. There's no reason, if you're a 30, 40, 50-year-old man, you're doing well for yourself, you got a good career, you got a good job, and you just haven't been able to figure this dating thing out. Maybe you've got a divorce, maybe you're not getting any dates at all. There's no reason why this shouldn't work for you if you're willing to invest time, money, and effort. If you're willing to put in the work and invest in yourself and make an actual decision, then the system is here. This says coaching and consulting, not just because it sounds good, but coaching stands for individual tailored approach because everybody's different. You have different sticking points, you have different mindset problems, you have different challenges than all the other people, even though I may have seen a lot of them already, but even though I've seen the patterns. And look, if you work with that many people, at some point you see the patterns where people are stuck, but you're still an individual. That's why it requires an individual approach, but the consulting is a system. The system exists. I have a process and I haven't seen anybody else teach it quite the way we teach it. Really, really, I haven't. Maybe there are some people out there, and there's some amazing people out there, no doubt about it, but I've never seen anybody teach a combination of mainstream psychology, principles that actually work about how human beings relate to each other, and actual principles of attraction and seduction, you might say, but in an authentic way, not in a pickup way where it's just about getting you to manipulate, lie, or cheat. No, in a way where you can have an actual long-term relationship with a woman who wakes up every morning and is excited to see you. So apply for a first free call with the link underneath this video, and I'm looking forward to speaking with you. Take good care of yourself.